So I would now like to demo the platform to you. So when the candidate registers for the exam, they will be sent a username and password by email, and they will be sent a link to the platform. I've just entered my username and password. As the candidate logs in, the browser will ask permission to access the candidate's camera. So if you can see, there's a note at the top of the screen that says your browser should now be asking you to allow to access your camera. So I'm going to allow and permit that camera access. So that should mean then that the camera, when I log into the platform, should work okay, and the candidate will be able to see themselves on screen. I've now been asked for permission to allow access to the microphone. So I'm also going to allow permission to the microphone. And a new feature that we've developed within the platform is to allow access to geolocation, so that we can check the location of the surgery that the candidate's working in. So I'm also going to allow access to the surgery, and then it's going to check my connection, check the quality. Then there's the option to have a walkthrough. Now, for the purpose of this demo, I'm not going to go through this walkthrough, but there's a really good walkthrough that the candidate can be taken through that shows all of the on-screen functionality of the platform. I'm going to say no thanks to that for the moment. The next screen the candidate comes to is the position check. So this is to make sure that the candidate is locating themselves in the right position on the screen, so that they can clearly be seen by the role player, and then also be clearly seen when it comes to examining. This also includes a sound check, so they can use this to check their sound. So I'm going to end the recording, and there should be now. So you can see my sound sounds okay. So I'm going to proceed now to the registration room. So this is the registration room, and in the registration room, I'll be greeted by an invigilator, and the invigilator will do the ID, the environment, and the location check. And in a few moments, I should be joined by my colleague Alan, who's going to take on the role of the invigilator to show you what he can see in the back end of the platform. If I show some of the other functionality, you can see here, there's a clock that's got a timer counting down. There's also the option to direct message. So one of the first things the invigilator does when they join is to show the candidate how to message them. So if they've got any issues during the exam, they can use that messaging functionality. You can see there's now a countdown timing down, and at the end of this countdown, I will be moved into the next room. So I've allocated a 1 minute reading time for the purpose of this demonstration. So at the end of this countdown, I will be taken immediately into that reading time. So as you can see, the reading time has started. In the real exam, the candidate will get 3 minutes reading time, and the notes, as you can see, are automatically displayed on the screen. On the right hand side of the screen, I've got the options to zoom in and zoom out. So if you think that this is a little bit too small to see, I can increase the size so it's much clearer to see those candidate notes. There's also the options to scroll up and down. And on this left-hand side as well, you've got the schedule, which is showing me that for this demonstration, the role play is 10 minutes. In the real exam, we've got 3 minutes reading time and 12 minutes consultation time. So you can see the countdown. I've got 10 seconds left, and at the end of this 10 seconds, I will be greeting the role player. So this is where the consultation with the role player would start, and I'll greet Miss Williams. Can you tell me what's troubling you today? So for the purpose of this demo, I'm not going to go through the consultation, but maybe I can hand over to my colleague Alan, who can show you the back end of the platform. Alan, over to you.
Hello, everyone. For the purpose of this demonstration, I would have been acting as the invigilator. So this is my dashboard. This is the schedule of the examination, which has progressed now to a consultation. I can see who's logged in and in which circuit. And one of the most important dashboards I've got is the connection dashboard. So I can see that Liam is logged in. I can see that on his connection check, he's showing as a solid green. So that's a very, very good connection. That changes color from amber down to red if there are issues. It would be my responsibility to locate Liam. So I would have asked Liam for the location within which he is sitting the exam. And I would then check with the computer system to see whether it thought he was there or not. And in this case, I can see he is located within the 30 Euston Square. So that would be fine. If not, I would also ask to verify whether he was in a doctor's surgery. Another useful facility I've got in here is I can look at the states of the connection throughout his journey across this examination session today, and I can also view a very detailed log of all of the major touch points of the network signal strength when he left one room and entered the other. So if we have got any issues with candidates' connectivity from a technical point of view, we can spot these and we can arrange reruns if necessary, or arrange IT support for a candidate. So there are a lot of technical features to assist with ensuring that the candidate is well looked after. And that's my dashboard. So I can now hand back to Liam, who will continue with the demo or